Is Marstead here? I don't believe so. No, he normally streams today, but I think Jahan said he had to cancel. So now there's just a host on me. I still don't have enough. Oh, I do have enough. We are a master forager now. So we're going to harvest this tuna cactus. You harvest the can of tuna hidden inside the cactus. That's astonishingly good. Let's, we're going to do one last quest, then we're going to go back, we're going to sleep. Oh, no, wait. Do I want to do those? No. Okay, let's do this. We'll head down here. Gustavson Gulch, I think, is going to progress the main story, maybe, and then we're going to go to town, rest, and get new buffs that are better. A fancily dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a mayor. Welcome. Now, going away, please. The goblin seems friendly, but blocks your entry into the gulch. Oh, yeah, just to be clear, if you clicked on Marstead's stream and got me, apologies, I'm not Marstead. And it's not his stream, it's my stream, it's just a host. Since we learned Goblin Tongue, I should be able to just talk to this guy. Can I not coming in? Sorry, only for goblins being very private. Hey, though. Outside the gorge, I was seeing a thing you liking a lot. Oh, what thing? What thing do you liking a lot? Pies? There are pies all over out there being. This seeming dubious, but would neglectful being to not checking it out. The mayor takes a fork out of his pocket and leaves. The sign says, nothing interesting in Goblin. The sign says, library in Goblin. The sign says, delicatessen in Goblin. Storage? Red herring storage. Mayor's house. This place is enormous. Theater. Cafe. Guard barracks. Treasure cave. This door to remaining locked at all times in Goblin. A ring makes foraging random encounters much more likely. Sure, that's better than stats. I don't care about having stats. Alright, let's start at the beginning. Faces? Oh yeah, making smiley faces on Twitch. You can also, where is my, oh, you would need Better Twitch TV or Frankerface Z installed, but there are Chrome and Firefox extensions that will let you use a lot more emotes. I think the wording is that while you, like, whenever you travel on horseback, you can get a random encounter, and it makes it more likely that the random encounter will be, here's a thing that you can forage. Which is great. You hear a quiet rustling as though a single goblin were rummaging through a crate filled with straw. Go in and beat the straw out of it. Oh! A trigger-happy goblin. Why can't I say goblin? She should probably heal herself with booze. So it looks like when she leveled up again, she didn't get an additional skill, but that skeleton instant kill is still pretty good. She is absolutely a booze hound. That's how you can only get her as a companion if you find out the type of alcohol she likes and then bring it to her. You made that trigger-happy goblin trigger-sad instead. You dig through the crates the goblin was rummaging through, but there's nothing interesting in any of them. Rats. And do I have... I got 112. What was I going to use the next... I had said I was going to raise each of my stats by 1. I already put 2 in Mysticality just to be able to go through the catacombs. So we'll do those 2, and then the next thing I'm going to... Actually... This is so strong. No, I think here's where I'm getting... Here's where I don't want to stumble into a classic RPG trap. I'll bet most... If there are any difficult fights in the game, they're not going to be versus one guy. So I'm going to, like, use all of my AP to deal a bunch of damage to this one guy is probably not that good. I'm going to keep doubling down on Strong Medicine. We'll get 300 XP and then level that up again. You listen at the door. It's quiet inside. The shack is filled with crude bookshelves. The bookshelves, in turn, are filled with crude books. Do you guys know Elf? The movie Elf? The Will Ferrell movie? From like 10 or 15 years ago? So very complicated numbers. How to bird noise. Alice going into a seeing glass. Let's how to bird noise. This book is an extremely detailed treatise on the sounds that different birds make. You probably wouldn't expect to learn how to do an accurate great-crested grebe impression from a book, but that's how detailed it is. This popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Oh, it brillig being and toves of slithing did in a way gyring and also gimbaling. I love the Jabberwocky. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have the vocabulary to understand any of it, and probably still wouldn't if it was written in English. Your brother would probably love it. Yeah, our brother sure did. Why can't we take that with us for when we make it back home to our family? Or why can't I mail it to him? We have a post office. And I still don't have... I don't have lockpicking. Which is terrible. It seems like you miss out on... Like, it really hurts to not have certain skills. It's painful to have to make a choice at character creation. No sound. The shack is filled with thousands of tiny cabinets, each labeled with a number in Goblin. Oh, the person elf. Oh. I don't... Maybe? There are a lot of people who watch Marstead. I know most of the people who go on the Discord. There's nothing in the drawer, but you find an old lollipop stuck to the bottom of the drawer above it. Gross. This looks like a normal lollipop, but like all Goblin-made items, it's messed up in some pretty fundamental ways. Oh, this is terrible. I wouldn't want this. This drawer has a sandwich in it. It must have been filed under sandwich. This is both a sandwich for goblins and a sandwich where the meat is goblin. This also has a huge drawback. I don't want this. This one contains a rolled up pair of terrible pants. You got an item goblin trousers that lowers moxie. Awful. All of these crudely stitched pants are solid, but boy are they not fashionable. I would be better off wearing nothing at all. You hear a couple goblins rustling around in there. Sounds like they're doing something really important. Interrupt them. That was a fish. That likewise was a fish. And it hurt me a lot more than it hurt her. Does she have really high mysticality? She does. I will have to keep that in mind. I probably want even more mysticality before I up my juice levels again. But, oh well, more juice. Oh, that's why it was fish. A Gulch Goblin fish wizard. This is just a thing that they do. They shoot fish. We did it! You gave those fishmongering goblins what for? You look around the building, but it turns out to just be filled with rotting fish. Oh, dude, goblin... Oh, I see, I didn't even know... I knew that... I figured out, after I learned goblin, I was like, you know, I wonder if I could have talked to that goblin at the beginning. So that kind of confirms that that is possible, I guess. That there are more than 3 partners, in fact. So I would have tried that anyway on my next go. But, if you do know... I don't want to know too much about the game, because this is the first time that I've seen it or played through it. So, I know you didn't mean to, like, spoil... And again, it's fine, because I had already figured out that I would be able to talk to the goblin at the beginning. I didn't know he would join me, though. It's kind of cool. The shack, assuming that is what you meant, I might have also... I might be confused. It happens. Investigate the bed, investigate the desk, investigate the outdoors by leaving. It's made of cactus logs with a blanket made of woven together cactus needles. No, thank you. This one says important secrets on it. Read the important secrets. You learn a variety of secrets, though the only one that's actually pertinent to your circumstances is that there's a spare key to the treasure cave in drawer 69105. Back to the storage hut, then. Gustavson Gulch treasure cave key. Spare. We're doing all right for ourselves. You press your ear to the door and hear someone delivering what sound like lines from Hamlet, except in Goblin tongue. I'll have to also do a playthrough where I don't learn Goblin, so that I see what happens if you know, don't know Goblin when you're coming through here. From this vantage point, you also notice a sign next to the door reading Backstage Entrance Here It Being, with an arrow pointing to the back of the building. Let's head backstage. You sneak backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a goblin version of Hamlet, it's also being rewritten as a one-man show. So, to being or not to being? Oh, that is a question. Could it better thinking to suffering a crazy things and arrows? Or fighting so many bad things for stopping them because fighting? To dying, to sleeping, hey, dreaming maybe, but, oh, problems. If dreaming crazy when living, what dreams having after dying? Wow, pretty weird probably. You watch for a while. The bits where the actor has to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. Can I also fight him? No. Go in. Looks like the door is locked and I still don't have lockpicking. I only encountered one goblin before I spoke Goblin tongue, and I don't think they did it in symbols. I think they just said it sounded like snarling or something. Whoa, you hear a bunch of gruff goblin voices gruffly griping at each other. I'm ahead and guns blazing. Potato? Did I get potatoed? Is she dead? She's almost dead. Gloop, gloop. It's a cactus jack. And a cracker jack. And a flapjack. Thank you, game. Thank you. Who's going out first? You. Oh, the cactus was in the way. I did not realize. Oh, good. Now we're doing good. Alright, so let's ignore him for right now. Shoot this guy instead. That's not a skeleton. Alright, now I should be able to shoot this guy and then she finishes both of them off. Not quite. Goblin partners. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing this game a lot. And it's funny, too, because, like, you know, playing through Mass Effect or something, even though clearly there's just as much stuff, I have no desire to play through Mass Effect the entire thing again just to see the other stuff. Whereas having a game that's, you know, fairly short like this, you win. That'd show them if they weren't dead now. Oh, and alright, so I have 2 keys to the same thing. So learning Goblin would have allowed me to get in there without doing this fight, but I did the fight anyway. Goblin hat with drawbacks. Awful. This hat would be intimidating looking if it wasn't way, way too small. And terrible Goblin trousers, too. Maybe I'll have a use for both of the keys. Yeah, getting drunk in order to heal up. This goblin is paying more attention to their book, Goblet, than to you, but you're pretty sure you aren't going to be able... You're pretty sure you aren't going to just be waltzing on by... Oh, wait, Goblet as in Hamlet? I know the ending. Hey, Goblet, good book. What thinking about how Goratio is only surviving one at the end? Everyone else dying. Poisoning, sorting, pow, blam. Ah, no, wow, spoilers. The guard runs out of the cave with their hands over their ears. That's wonderful. This... And I know the bird... Oh, wow. Okay, I get it. So they're hugely rewarding me here for knowing Goblin, as makes sense for the entire Goblin town. This Goblin guard is whittling a little wooden bird call, but they're not too busy to beat you up. Oh, they're not too busy to beat you up if you try to get past them. Bird call. You duck behind a stalagmite and do your best, or do your great crested grebe impression. Oh wow! Gasp! A great crested grebe! Wow! The guard pulls out a pair of binoculars out of his uniform and runs out of the cave. No combat for anyone. Oh, I have to fight him. Okay. Unlike the other 2 guards, this one is being very attentive and seems very suspicious of you. Also, unlike the other 2 guards, they have a name tag that says Gene. Blah. A Gulch Goblin Treasure Guard number 3, specifically Gene. Stop picking on my doctor. Whoops, I almost shot her. Stop picking on my doctor friend. Oof. I would hope so. I mean, it would be kind of... Like, it's the kind of game where it's not serious enough that it really matters what the reward is. The fact that they gave me a reward was reward enough to go, haha, I feel like I did a good thing by you know, playing the game right. But it seems like the right thing to do from a game design perspective would be to give a slightly larger reward for ignoring the fight. You won! So much for those guards. Okay, I got 20 XP for beating him, so maybe getting around them gives the same exact amount, it's just you don't have to go through the combat, which you could potentially fail. Oh! It's a rare and valuable treasure chest cactus. And I guess it's weird that you can pick some locks without any levels in lockpicking. But some require lockpicking, the skill. 1,000 friggity meat. Wow. Yeah, that one requires lockpicking. That's right. That's why I came here, to get the year's supply of dynamite. Do I do YouTube? Yes. If you look down in my, down below the stream, there's a link to my YouTube channel. There's nothing, like, I don't do like a Markiplier type thing where I chop it up and have just a 20-minute video of me playing it. It's just a recording of the streams that I've done, so... but if that is interesting, there's a good year's worth of stuff that I've uploaded to YouTube. So much meat. Alright, so we got what we came for. Let's... Oops. Let's go ahead and go to the railroad camp before I forget. Oh! You spot an astonishingly large horse apple in the distance. You are literally astonished by the size of it. It is very large. Let's keep going. I'll hit the apple real soon. How much dynamiting does the average person do in a year? This is a good point. Isn't 0 pretty much a year's supply of dynamite? Here you go. Good. Perfect. This will do the trick just fine. Just hang back for a bit while I get the fellas to set up the charges, and I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers, and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually, one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks, and wires up a detonator. All right, let her rip. Don't you have a longer detonator cable? Nope. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger so I have time to get under the train. That is a very, very short... This better work. What are you waiting for? Independence Day? Why are you whistling? Oh. There is a very large and very angry-looking guy, standing here. Apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you going to handle this? Ooh, I do have Hornswoggle in 3 as well as 20 Moxie. Which is more fun? Dancing is more fun. The rock monster is extremely strong, but that only matters if it can hit you, and it is geologically slow. Dancing around the creature, you find plenty of places to stick a knife, widening fractures and fissures created by the initial dynamite blast. Eventually, the entire thing just crumbles into gravel with an angry groan. Booyah. All in a day's work. Well now, that is as fine a day's work as I have ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark our route on your map for you in case our paths happen to cross again. Thanks, but can't I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat on this train's sold out. Sorry, boss. The remains of your triumph over that crazy rock pile / guy. Nothing much to see here now. So it looks like basically 3 sections to the game, and we're just now done with this first section. After we did there's like the tiny tutorial area, then this, and then here's part 2, and then there's part 3. So I would imagine we're probably gonna put a good chunk of progress in today, and then the next time we play this, we might just get to the end of the game, especially because I think it'll be on a weekend when I have a little bit more time to play. For now, we're gonna go back to Dirtwater. What's this? You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side. Read, property of Fort All Dead Library. Oh, nice! More snake oiling. So let's do this. let's sleep. We haven't done that since we started playing. Oh, that's her bed. Oh, can I use the binoculars from here? How about that? You see the smoking ruins of a ranch near the northern horizon. You pitch the binoculars in nearby trash can. I find the disposable binocular joke to be hysterical. You go to sleep. You dream that you're having an argument with a shadowy figure buried deep underground. After that, you go out drinking with Coco. You wake up screaming. Oh, okay then. You wake up refreshed and restored, and hungry, and sober. Day 2, the second day of the rest of your life. I wonder, is there some kind of, is there a challenge to beat the game on day 1? Like, without having to sleep at all? Because you have to sleep after you've been defeated enough times. Alright, so what's the plan? Snake oiling skill, first of all. Quick on the draw is, I guess, a passive that's going to increase speed. And that sounds great. Passives I like. Quick on the draw. You practice the techniques described in the article until you're moving so quickly that you can't even see yourself. Then you notice you also can't see the magazine. You must have dropped it somewhere while you were moving so fast. Feller has got to get up pretty early in the morning to shoot you. I thought it would be more than +1 speed, but that is okay. Any way to boost AP aside from gear? I don't know. It's possible that similar to that passive right there, that there's some kind of passive that you can learn after a while that gives +1 AP. I am hopeful that I will find some plus AP boots or something someday. Oh, quick on the draw can be... Okay. Let's go ahead and put a little bit in there so that we get the +3 speed. That sounds good. And now we're still saving up for strong medicine. What else was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna eat and drink and be merry. Food and drink. What's really good? No, it's speed. The can of tuna is fantastic. Look at this. You open the can with your teeth and eat... You open the can with your teeth and eat the contents, just like eating an egg. You don't know how to eat eggs the right way either. You've had a nutritious meal of preserved seafood, and you're ready to take on the entire world, just like a tuna would be if it was still alive. Says you. Alright, and now drinks. Cactus beer for HP, mysticality, muscle, everything, moxie, speed. Nothing here is really impressing me. We'll go with mysticality just because I feel like I'm low on mysticality. Actually, before we drink this, I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna see if there's... Whoa, hold on. You, sir, look like you're in a lot of pain. You okay, buddy?
I will not falter.
Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that, and I hope you're enjoying the stream. Right now I'm playing just 2 games. I'm alternating between this and Deponia Doomsday, which is sort of Monkey Island, LucasArts kind of adventure game. No combat or anything, just walking around and figuring out what to do. What happened? Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. I guess I don't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I'm going to need some medicine for this. Can you help me? Sure. Thank you. There's a mission up north. Can't I just give you some snake oil? Isn't that what I do? Can you get me some broken leg pills? Broken leg pills? Is that a thing? Yeah, that's a thing. Don't have any with me. Okay, coming up. Yeah, do you sell good vodka? No. What is this? No. A lot of useless junk around here. Nobody has made any other buildings. Oh well. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and drink the, what is this? Oh, these are So these are spleen items? And this I've already determined, it's so good, but it doesn't say that I can drink it. You're no cow scientist, this would kill you. Maybe I'll find some way to distill that into a usable item. Yeah, let's... Yes, that was spleen. You uncork the laudanum and spill most of it on the ground before drinking the remainder. It's just as well. The whole bottle would definitely have killed you. You're feeling less pain than you normally do. Whoops. Drinking tequila? Tequila. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor. Just kidding. You actually stopped at 1 tequila. It did taste kind of like a floor, though. You feel like you could think your way out of any situation right now. Like, even if you accidentally knocked over a whole row of horses and all their cowboys were really mad at you. That is a Pee-wee's Big Adventure joke. Which is a strange movie. Would you like to be combed? Good. Good. Who is this guy? You discover what is either an open grave or a very deep and rectangular pothole. I'm gonna jump in. Can't stop me. Well, if it's a pothole, it must have been here a very long time because you found the remains of an antique traffic accident. Grave dirt. It's like regular dirt, but spookier. This would have been helpful. Skull chips, an old wedding ring. Definitely. The honeymoon is definitely over for this old tarnished silver thing. I wonder if we'll find someone who actually owns that. So I'm not going to sell it, just like I'm not going to sell anything ever. Needle. 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 I like this place already. 3 needles. This safe is scorched, but its contents are probably still safe. How long have I live streaming? A couple of years. When I first started, it was under a different Twitch name, and the only thing that I streamed was League of Legends, as only one character, Irelia. That's who came out when you followed for my little follow alert. And Sarsaparilla. Oh, it's not sarsaparilla. It's sarsaparilla. You were never sure how to spell this, and you still aren't. So yeah, it was like over a year that I only streamed games of Irelia, League of Legends, and then I eventually I created another name, and then shortly afterwards branched out into streaming just a whole bunch of stuff. Cow-shaped stain on the wall. And unless I get the combination to that safe, I don't have safe cracking, so I can't open it. What are you? A lockbox. True to its name, it's locked. Drat. Still some beans in the pot. I got some blackened beans. Spell damage does nothing for me. I don't use spells. All the books on this shelf are burned, but you notice something strange about the back of the shelf. Why would this have a 4 moxie threshold? That's so low. Your deft fingers find a hidden catch, and the back panel of the shelf slides away to reveal a hidden compartment, and there's a book inside. Mary Stern's diary. A little girl's diary, browned a little around the edges, but otherwise untouched by the fire. The toy box contains a single object, a creepy burnt porcelain doll. Uh-oh. Is this Annabelle Covenant or whatever the thing is that just came out? It's the work of a moment to fix the doll's voice box. You pull the string, the eyes roll back into its head and its mouth begins to move. I'm Grace, what's your name? I'm Infinite Pie. Hi, Infinite Pie, you're nice. Do you want to play with me? Yes, let's play. Hooray, Mary used to play with me. We didn't get to finish our tea party before she went away. Will you help me finish it? Should really hit the trail. No, surely. The game is almost over. Mary did such a good job. The doll's eyes roll back forward. Go downstairs and get my cup. Do you know the magic word to let the mean cow let you into his secret room? No, what is it? The magic word is peanut butter. The doll goes silent. Got it! Peanut butter. You shudder as you realize that talking dolls haven't been invented yet. Spooky. Because you realize they haven't been invented yet. I love it. Peanut butter. Atop this sinister-looking altar sits a copper goblet filled with what appears to be blood. Do I want to take it? The fact that See, I RPG think it too much. I go, if it's an option that requires something, it must be better than the option that everyone is allowed to do. But that's not true. Then again, this is a place that we were supposed to get to way early, right? Maybe? Let's destroy it. Wow, that's kind of a lot of XP. You don't know what this is, but you know it's abominable. You grab the goblet and smash it against the altar. Everywhere the blood lands, cracks appear. The altar groans as it crumbles into ruin. And how? Wow. Wowee. Alright. Another 31 XP will get us what we desire. Magic 2 words? Is that something from TV tropes? Button cactus. Do I get a button? No, I get cactus bits. Jethro Stearns, devoted father, died 1895. Looks like Jethro's bones were dug up by some varmint or another. It's not technically grave digging. He's above ground. A charred locket. You should call it a locket based on account of how lucky it was to escape that fire. If you were to start playing Twitch, what game should you play? That is tough. I think you have to play something that you enjoy. Like, there are some people who pick the game that they're going to play based on, like, what's popular or what a lot of people will stop by and you know, follow the channel for. But ultimately, what's important is that you play something that fits your stream style, which takes a long time to do. I mean, I streamed for a couple years before I kind of fell into the groove. The games that I like to play the most are games that I can talk over and that I can have a lot to say about, and especially games that have a light tone like this, that are funny, so that everybody can, you know, sit around and laugh at the game with me. Mary Stearns died February 18th, 1894. What a light-hearted game. We're looking at children's graves. Gwendolyn's... Oh, no, she was the mother. There's Mary, the girl. This flower is smoking. You got a smoking chrysanthemum. This flower apparently still has a lot of smoldering to do. Spell damage does me no good. Maybe I'll play a spellcaster next time. That was a crate. I almost walked right by it and missed 3 items. Lasso. This rope has already been tied into a lasso for your convenience, which is lucky because you have no idea how to tie a lasso. This is an amazing poultice. You can apply it to your wounds before you even get them. Increases max HP. Oh, okay. I was confused. It's a dressing, like the way that you would dress a wound, but it's not actually. It's just ranch dressing that you eat. So it's a food, but it's a wound. Okay. That's a complicated joke, but I get it now. I don't know why I have a lock. I don't know what that's going to do for me. Maybe someday I'll have to lock something. I don't wander very much. Let's wander. Let's see if we can find at least one brand new thing. And we did. Silversmith's house. This again is right near the town, so maybe this is, and since it's something you can find by wandering, maybe this is only going to have crappy low-level stuff. Silver bullet making apparatus. Help yourself. I will. Oh, I can melt silver items into bullets. Oh, hold off. What are those two items? Silver cufflinks, which I have no use for. And what? Silver... Is it a silver ring of some kind? I'm just worried because I don't want to melt something that I could actually equip if it's any good. This? Yes. Okay, so I maybe I don't have to hold on to that. I don't know what silver bullets do, but I want them. Deals extra damage against cows and undead. You melt the wedding ring and make a couple of bullets. It might have been a shotgun wedding, but it's a revolver divorce. Cool and smooth as a mountain stream propelled by gunpowder through the flesh of your enemies unless they're skeletons and have no flesh, which is the plan. Ooh. I can also make needles out of the bullets instead of using them as bullets. You're not planning on going to any weddings or funerals anytime soon, so you figure it's safe to turn these cufflinks into something more immediately useful. So if I have 5 of them now, how many needles do I have? Needle, needle, needle. 7. That's plenty. And 11 XP to go. We're going to get it right now. There's a note on the safe reading, I forgot the darned combination of this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. It looks like a tricky one. So this is Safe Kraken 3. This has got to be endgame gear in there. The shelf looks pretty picked over. Instant grits for muscle. If you've got enough grit, you don't even need to add water. And plum pudding. The bookshelf contains like 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. There's something weird about it, though. It's too neatly organized, like maybe the guy was hiding something. Tucked behind one of the books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts. About half of them are from a shop called the Silver Plater. He was crooked. The silversmith was selling cheap fakes. Oh well, he's gone now, and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write down the location of the shop. Might come in handy. Oh no. Oh no. We're keeping the spittoon running joke going. A spittoon. At least, it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. It might actually be a bedpan. What? Really? I mean, if it is just a spittoon, that's bad enough, but it might be a bedpan. That would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is that they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me? Or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. Look, I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan. Shut up! I'm investigating. Okay, fine. Have it your way. your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and is definitely filled with rotting brown spit. What is wrong with you? Bite me. Oh, good God. Okay, you plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop noise and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. You are now choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth, that metallic tang by the root of your tongue, like you're sucking on a corroded old penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're going to put it on without even washing it first. Revolting brooch. Or brooch. This brooch, or brooch, would be much smaller if it weren't for the thick layer of tarnish and dried tobacco spit. Maybe I will. So there. We're putting it on. I don't even care if it's worse stats than what I got on. Oh yeah, one armor or all of this. How could I say no? They are very different. Like, that has encouraged me to definitely check out every spittoon for the rest of the game, and possibly even in real life. Let's face it. Can't go around unbrooched. I have a feeling it really is brooch, and I'm saying it wrong. You pass an old abandoned campsite, and an old crate catches your eye. Upon further inspection, you find it's nailed shut. Maybe the campers used it to sit on, and then forgot to take it with them? Their loss is your gain if you have a crowbar to pry it open with. Ooh, you crack open the walnut and help yourself to the delicious nut meats inside, in a manner of speaking. Handful of nails. Time was these would have been brads, but nowadays man does not live by brad alone. Did nails used to be called brads? Or am I missing a deeply convoluted joke? Who knows? Patent emetic. This substance cures poisoning by making you vomit, but luckily medical science has confirmed that vomiting is the cure to basically every type of poisoning. As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with a profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. You can't even imagine how this got here. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Yeah, they should have. I missed the fact that a road apple is just a pile of poop. Am I going to dig in it? Doesn't smell any better up close. Clean it up. You make a little dent in it. It's a bit smaller. It's way smaller. It's almost gone now. That fanfare. Alright, now that we have shoveled enough poop, we can finally make better medicine for +9 to all stats, and the final level will give us +11 to all stats. Yeah, we need to go to this pickle factory. This is where the last, You see a streak of fire blast across the sky and land just over the horizon. You ride to the site of the impact and find a meteor. Use the pickaxe. Oh no! You pull out your program and make short work and small rocks of the meteor. You get an item Stardust, space powder that gives +5 to all stats. Unfortunately, your pick melts from the heat of the meteor. The heat-eor. Well, I can go, but with all of that meat, I can go and buy another pickaxe. In fact, maybe I'll do that right away. Who had a pickaxe to sell? Button Willow, I think. Thanks, Meteor. Feedior. And back to the pickle factory. Reach for the sky, clown. You quickly turn around and see a grizzled-looking man in all black clothes, except for his hat, which is white with brightly colored spots. He's pointing a gun at you. Who are you calling a clown, jerk? It's true. You don't have a clown's markings. I have no idea what you're even talking about. The man strides up to you, uncomfortably close, and inspects your face. It seems I was mistaken. Be on your way. No, I think you owe me an explanation. I am a clown hunter. The lighting here is poor, and I mistook you. No other explanation is necessary. How about you starting with what the hell a clown hunter is? You hunt clowns? Yes. Are we talking about the same thing here? The guys in white face paint and funny clothes who run around in rodeos to distract the animals? Those are not real clowns. Wait! Are you talking about the old stories? That stuff about how clowns and cows were at war in hell and rodeo clowns dress up that way because it's like a reenactment? I am. Are you saying that's real? There really are demon clowns and you're hunting them? I will not rest until they are erased from our lands. What should I do if I run into one? Don't let them take you alive. He turns around with a flap of his leather duster and disappears into the trees. Spooky, though not as spooky as the thought that there might be actual demonic clowns running around out here.